Guys, welcome back. We got some updates on and we got another Scammerino card for a lot of money. We got PSA slabs, fake slabs that are being sold to GameStop, and they are pumping them out. They're selling them to customers. Hopefully there aren't too many people out there in the wild that bought a slab from GameStop and don't realize that it's fake. We're going to get into that. I got a big update on that coming up. But before we get into it, we have this from GameStop. We have them saying no more pre-orders. What's going on there? Is that a good idea? I don't think it is. I think it's going to end up more messy. I think it's going to discourage people from wanting to show up. You're going to get the most hardcore of the hardcore time wasters that are going to stay in there. Whoever stands in line for the longest is going to get those two products or whatever the limit is on each individual thing. I think that's ridiculous. I think this is probably not a good move, but we've seen a lot of bad moves. We'll touch on that. We're going to touch on the more serious issue that is them pumping out, selling counterfeit goods that they got scammed on and passing that scam along. All right, what do we got here? We got, please ensure you print. So they got a door sign. They got to put a door sign with how many they have available the day before or before that even. So, man, the amount of, time waste that's involved here, I get it. They kind of think this is the key. This is the key to selling more Funko Pops and belt buckles, Superman belt buckles, and all that other garbage that they have in the shop. The video game stuff is tough. There's just not even necessarily the people that want physical copies of things. You can still order that. You can still have that delivered to your house. I think maybe the business needs to transition more into something like that. Do have some local stuff. Maybe have used, trade in, kind of more along that line. Are you buying the shitty mugs from GameStop? Is anyone buying the garbage that's in there when they're going to scalp some Pokemon cards? Is it going to help? They say until further notice, Pokemon TCG products will no longer be available for pre-order in-store or online. So I kind of get the online thing, but I think maybe you want to do the in-store. I think the in-store is a good idea. I think it saves people a lot of hassle, and it's also for the benefit of anyone that's actually working. Like if you have to work on release day, are you calling in sick? Are you taking a sick day? Are you taking a vacation day so that you can go stand in line and hopefully get a couple products? I will remind everyone, this is all going to clear up. It's a temporary issue. They're going to print more. More will be available. All of these sets will be available for MSRP or better. They always have been. I can't see that changing in the future. They're going to print more. They know they can make more money. They've even said it themselves. So we also had some price updates. We had GameStop now charging more money for stuff. What's going on there? We're going to speculate a little bit on that. Moving forward, all future Pokemon TCG products will be shipped directly to stores to encourage more foot traffic. Again, this is like a buy the other junk from us, please, kind of scenario. We encourage you to use this opportunity to engage your community through in-store events and introduce them to our services. The services are bad. They're in rough shape here. And the struggle is real. I'm still trying to help people get their refunds, get reimbursed, get them to take action against the person that scammed GameStop, that very clearly in Georgia scammed GameStop, and now GameStop kind of sold those very expensive cards to people across the United States. TCG SKUs that have purchase limits will not have their limit. Cool. Limits are fine. I think this is a good thing. That way you don't have somebody just buying all of it up. Also, per day applies to employees. So the employee thing, it's going to get greasy with the employee thing. I think there should be some sort of rule in place, and it sucks for employees that just want some Pokemon cards or whatever, but I think the employees should have to wait and get the leftovers. Might be a hot take, but especially if you're a GameStop employee, you might not like that. But I think more importantly, you're there to work. You're not there to soak up some pre-orders or some of the expensive stuff. Employees may not hold any for future purchases. Pro account is not required, just a free account or pro account. Pokemon Day offer. So we got 50% off Pokemon stuff. It says toys and collectibles. It doesn't say specifically cards, but I don't know if those fall in under toys and collectibles. They might not. They definitely do not need to do a buy one, get one 50% off deal at this point in time. The market conditions are not really speaking to that. All right, we got Pokemon here who's posting. There's a ton of posts everywhere where people are like, what? GameStop is charging market price? So I think what's going on here from the sounds of things is that GameStop is not only just getting stuff from Pokemon at this point in time, but they're also getting it from distributors. I hope it's distributors and not somewhere else that's sketchy. And for that reason, the distributors are charging more. again, the distributors need to just distribute. I think it's a huge part of the problem itself. I think Pokemon either needs to do it themselves or restrict what's going on there. But I think even from Pokemon's end, I think distributors end up having to buy stuff that they don't want, or they bundle it, they screw the game stores. Everyone's just screwing each other from the top. So yeah, I think that's what's going on there. And that's going to eat into even more if they're getting it from distribution. Game stores are going to eat even less. I know everyone's like, what the hell? The game stores, they're charging so much. Yeah, but if they're only getting a fraction of what they normally get, they got to make money somewhere. It's unfortunate, and I don't think you should be buying anything that's above MSRP. I don't think you should. I think big box, sadly, is the best option, the same way it was during the pandemic. And if Best Buy or if GameStop is more expensive than what a Walmart or Target is, you buy it from the Walmart or Target temporarily, get a couple, open them up with your friends, do what you got to do to enjoy it. Well, if you really want, it's a nice experience to open stuff when that set first comes out. It's cool. New cards, new set, exciting, cool. But better to wait. Better to make sure you're paying a reasonable price, especially if you're getting a lot of it, especially if you're not planning on flipping, dipping, and sipping. Whatever that might mean. All right, what do we got here? We got an absolute slew of GameStop videos to look at. We had fake cards. So some of these individuals have been reimbursed. They've been just reaching out time and time again. GameStop, their customer service is trashed here. From what I can tell, it's stupid. They contact them. They're supposed to get a response back. They don't. They contact them again. They can't find the number. They can't associate the number. They can't continue anything off. And what the hell? There's no main contact. There's no hey, following up, solid follow up. I don't know at this point in time if anyone's been notified that hasn't recognized themselves that they received a fake card, which is scary because these are Moonbreon 10s. We got a Karen's Umbreon 10. So the Karen's Umbreon and the Gyarados Gold Star, I believe these two are still yet to be remedied in terms of refunding the buyers. I passed that information along. The people that did get a refund, finally, after pestering, after going through multiple channels, after reaching out, eventually they get in touch with somebody that's higher up. That person is able to do something. Please, GameStop, I do not need to reminisce. I do not need to waste their time. Provide me with the contact that is able to take action when somebody gets scammed for thousands of dollars. Just a contact. I'll just send an email. You don't even have to reply back. You don't even have to say XOX, thank you, Rattle, you're the best. Nothing. Don't even say anything back. Just take action. That's it. It's in your best interest. It's free work from me. And it's going to save your ass when it comes to, you have people spending thousands of dollars on high-end slabs on this new program that's supposed to save GameStop. And you're fucking them. You are getting fucked because your system wasn't set up in a way that there's a verification to any significant extent. And I won them 9 months ago. Hey, GameStop, you're going to get ripped off. Little did I know, they're going to get ripped off, but then they're also not going to do enough checks because the stuff is just shipping from the stores themselves. So then the customer gets fucked. They pass on the scam. Not cool. So hopefully the person gets caught that's doing this stuff because it's all from the same area, the same two stores. And there's a bunch of stores in that area. I don't know if any of these other stores got duped as well. We had stuff go missing with submissions. And then we had a whole issue with GameStop employees buying product in front of customers. I think it's just not professional. I think it just needs to, it's sad if you're a GameStop employee and you're a Pokemon collector, but I think it just needs to be, you can't buy anything unless it's leftover. I know there's other stores that do similar things to that. And then also just the fact that there's nothing in place to prevent theft with people submitting PSA cards. The whole thing, it needs more oversight. It needs more forethought to go into it. It was clearly going to have flaws. It was clearly going to have issues. And I don't think they consulted the right people when it comes to that stuff. When I contact PSA and they don't have a contact, they can't put me in contact with someone that's in charge of the PSA partnership shit. What the fuck? How is it that even people at PSA don't have the ability to reach out to someone at GameStop when there's fraud, when there's significant fraud? And it could be way worse than what we're seeing. So we still got 2 cards. The 2 Moonbryons and the one that we're going to take a look at today is in the process of being remedied with a return label, with a refund. If you like what I'm doing on the channel here, there's a ton going on behind the scenes. As we mentioned, especially with the GameStop stuff, I want to help these people get their thousands of dollars back. You guys helping me using these links. I don't need a video all the time, every time I'm working on this stuff. There's a ton more work that goes into something like this, where I'm trying to help people get a refund. So it's appreciated if you guys use the link tree. Set it to your homepage if you need to. Shop at places like Troll and Toad, Secura's Card Shop, Card Market, Buy with this bad boy of a 10% off your first purchase coupon if you're shopping in Japan. I need to do another video, a Buy video coming up here. We'll have to see. You got to be careful who you're buying from, where you're buying, because you're not buying from Buy. Buy's buying it for you on platforms. Certain platforms you got to be careful. Certain platforms you don't. So plan accordingly. All right, we have collector app for tracking your collection. Get on in there. And then we have a bunch of discount codes for the stuff. Can't speak. For the stuff that I recommend. We got a bunch of click before you shop. Best way to support the channel. Do not buy me anything. Do not send me any money. Click on that stuff. Buy yourself something. Buy something for someone you love. All right, we have a giant thread here. And maybe I'll give it a quick scroll through in case anyone wants to give it a look. But essentially, we have another victim of this scam. Well, another fake card that was sold to the GameStop in question, the one in Fayetteville, Georgia. And yes, we got another fake-a-roni, very fake. You don't need the black light to even tell. The slab itself is wrong. The hologram is wrong. Like to someone without a trained eye, to somebody that doesn't know what they're looking at. Apparently the people at these GameStops were Pokemon collectors. They were excited about the stuff coming in, but maybe they just weren't knowledgeable enough to know, hey, this is fake shit. And it's a huge issue when you have something that is as expensive as the cards that are traded in. These are not, that's not chump change. This is not chump change that's coming in here. I think I have the total here. Yeah. So like $1,800. Like if you're taking an $1,800 card in, and surely they didn't pay that much for it, but this cost this guy nothing. This is like common fakes that they should be made aware that they do exist. But not only that, GameStop needs to just have something in place where this gets checked. It's got to go to a bigger depot with somebody that's more of an expert than all of the individual people selling at the stores. Whether they have somebody with PSA training. This is stuff that's like easy to spot. Should be easy to spot, not necessarily for every GameStop employee, because if they're not into it, if they're not a card collector, if they're not familiar with the PSA case or what to look for, you can't expect every employee to be a trading card expert. It's just the reality of it. Just like they're not going to be necessarily an expert in any type of game or whatever, you're not paying for an expert. You're paying for somebody to sell at a retail location. So keep that in mind. That's all I got for today. This one is apparently they sent them a return label for it, so it's looking good. There's still 2 more. I've been pestering GameStop. They've been pestering GameStop, and hopefully everyone gets refunded. I just really hope that I can get in touch with someone too that can confirm that any of the other stuff that was sold by this individual, that those customers are being contacted, because they might not see this video. Thank you to everyone that shares these videos. But they might not see it. They might not go on YouTube. They might not go online. They might just be at their home sitting with their fake $1,800 slab. This guy knows. The people featured here, they all know that they got fake slabs. It all came from the same place. It's all very traceable. It's unfortunate. Stay safe out there. Be careful. Share the video. This is very important for anyone that is buying from GameStop. If you're buying from anywhere, make sure, doesn't matter how reputable it is, doesn't matter who you're buying from, make sure you know how to identify fakes. Make sure you take the time to learn what you could get something that's altered. You could get something that's altered and graded. Do not trust the grading company. Trust yourself. Learn enough yourself that you're comfortable spending an amount of money, whatever that amount is, depending on your financial situation. There are scammers afoot. There are many of them. That's why we're doing videos on the weekend. That's why we do a couple double features every now and then. I got to get caught up on all this stuff. It is a grind. Much appreciated to everyone. I guess I gotta thank you guys too for the 40K. Thank you for everyone that subscribed. Thank you to everyone that shares the videos. It's important. It's important stuff. Take care. Love you guys. Join the Discord. Bye.